Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. That's caught. It's golden. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Lofton. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
The Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back on the option to give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
And the Hurricanes are on the move. The short hands, it's golden. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Leaves it with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Raiola. That's reeled in, it's Hunter. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
All right, the offense wanted a first down there, but they got the completion, and now it sets up a 4th down situation where it's manageable. I can accomplish it, and yes, I'm going for it.
The Huskers decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going to try to get it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback keeps it. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
First and goal, Nebraska.
And the Huskers have this offense rolling. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lofton. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cornhuskers are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job on the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Got the back over the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's got an open man. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. The throw. Got it on the outside. It's Lyon. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The Canes will have it first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's incomplete, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it looks as if the defense was offside. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still first and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score! Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Raiola. With the catch, it's Knowles. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Hunter. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Using the quick game. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring your running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Gonna run it. It's on. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. For that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires left. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
the Hurricanes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pulls it in, it's Nelson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Tight game. Final period. And this crowd plans to finish strong. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
And the Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Swings it out to the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going for it all. Makes the catch on the left. Wide open spaces. The 10. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And at this this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to LSU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Tight ends are security blankets for quarterbacks, especially in situations like that, right? You don't need a lot of yards. Just find the big fella, put it on him, get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
We've seen this tight end lined up in a three-point stance. We've seen him in the slot. We've seen him outside at wide receiver. And he's made catches all over the field, guys. That's now over 150 receiving yards for this guy.
And the Canes are on the move. Wants to throw it. A little screen to the running back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Caught behind the line. It's Lyle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. There he goes. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay